Uche here, and this is Tender Voices. Today we'll be talking about a very, very important topic, and that has to do with child rights law in our schools. We are all aware that the child rights law is actually the law that is meant to protect and safeguard children from abuse and from any form of abuse. I wish that the child rights law will be something that will be taught around in our schools, in primary schools as well as secondary schools, so that our children will be informed, and as well as our parents informed too. I wish the child rights law is the kind of law that everybody knows about, especially our children. It will help them and keep them away from abuse, from pedophiles, from people that would want to exploit them. They already know their rights and then they act accordingly. I wish that our schools would consider child rights law as part of their syllabus, or as part of, I don't want to say recreational activity, no. It should be something that the teachers would read, get knowledge about, and then pass it down to the children. I think it's going to reduce a lot of child abuse, child exploitation, and so many other things we see on social media. Thereby, we will not need to come out most of the times to come and protest, or would hear things like the child was raped or so and so. The child will already be aware of his or her rights and then walk in the knowledge of that particular right. Tender Voices here, we project child protection. We talk about child protection, talk about child rights law, and everything that has to do with a child. So that's why we wish that schools are informed, so that children can be informed as well as parents informed. It would ease a lot of stress, a lot of burden. It would ease a lot of running up and down, a lot of crying, a lot of, by the time you open the child rights law and you see so many things that it covers, you will wonder why we are not informed. And they say that ignorance of the law is not an excuse. And imagine a law that safeguards children. Children are not even aware of this law. Parents are not aware of this law. But if we can start from schools, if we can start from primary schools, informing the children of their rights, as it is written in the child rights law, I'm very sure that most of these pedophiles, most of these people that abuse children, when they are aware of the law, they'll be scared. They'll know that when you abuse the rights of a child, there is actually there is a penalty for it. There is something that you would go through the rigorous process of the law, and then you definitely want to avoid abusing the rights of a child. So this is my appeal to schools to consider going through the Child Rights Act. The Child Rights Act as in Nigeria, but the Child Rights Law in Lagos State is referred to as a Child Rights Law, because Lagos State actually saw it as something they would want to really work on. That's why they changed their own to Child Rights Law. So in Lagos State, it's referred to as Child Rights Law, but in Nigeria, it's referred to as the Child Rights Act. That's why in Lagos State, you have family social services, you have different family social services in all the local governments in Lagos State, all accommodating child protection and making sure that children are protected and families are informed that there is actually a law. There's even the books are everywhere in family social services. You see the books there, Child Rights Law, a law guiding how children should be treated and all of that. Remember to follow us on all our social media handles. It will be displayed there on the screen. Like, share, follow. Thank you.